This is your weekly YouTube channel audit live stream. All you need to do is use the correct link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll consider your channel for review. That's right, channel reviews are free, but you can send us a super chat and watch us discuss your question live on air. If you submit your channel for review, expect the following. We will share with you our knowledge, experience, and passion as fellow YouTube creators. I want to give a massive shout out and thanks to our moderators who do an awesome job every single live stream. And that's your onboarding done. What channels have you brought us this week? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good wherever you are in this wonderful world. Welcome to the Tuesday vidIQ channel audit live stream. What an experience I've just had. Literally 5 minutes ago, I had no power. And all of a sudden it came back. And here we are in this wonderful corner of YouTube to talk about your channels, where you are, what you're struggling with, what you're celebrating, what advice you need, what motivation can we impart onto you, along with a lot of fun as well. I wasn't here last week, but I'm back to be your host. And of course, the person hosting last week was the incredible, amazing wingman by the name of Dan. Hello, Dan. Welcome to another live stream. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Always surprised. You do know, Dan, that every single Tuesday at this time we go live, and yet somehow you seem surprised, and I find that curious.
You weren't here for a little bit, so I thought it was canceled.
Right. Well,
I started doing other stuff.
Great. Maybe we'll find out what you've been doing, Dan, in Self-Indulgent Gaming Corner a little later on. In the meantime, let's welcome our other amazing co-host who goes by the name of Jen.
Oh, Jen doesn't want to talk to us today. Jen decided I'm just going to mute
for
the
sound
stream.
effects and it didn't work. Whoops.
This is what happens when you give me controls.
Hey, Jen. How
Not
are you?
the first time I've done this.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Better than last week.
That's the type of live stream we're going to have this week, where technical things go wrong, people are muted, people just disappear.
Everything.
Welcome to a typical live stream.
I haven't had my tech issue yet.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that then.
We're excited.
We're so excited.
We can't wait for it.
Set your notifications, folks. It's coming. It's coming. Now, I think I played the right video when we went live, so you already know how this live stream works. So I think we should just get onto the first channel that's submitted on the forms this week, and they go by the name of Facts Direct, with 6,000 subscribers and currently 144, I think, predominantly shorts. I did check the video tab. Nothing much going on there. Although it's an interesting question why bananas are curved in 1 minute. But
caught my attention.
That was 2 years ago. So we look at the shorts instead. And to introduce this channel, who filled out the form, as you will all be doing or have done, they want to create a community and loyal viewers, which is difficult for this type of content. And they don't know if their channel is monetizable, and they don't want to put in all the hard work for nothing. And they would like us to look at their view duration and engagement percentages. Obviously, we can't look at the analytics behind the content. Only you know your engagement percentages, but presumably you're struggling a little bit with that. But first of all, I think we need to figure out what the channel's about. So I will throw it to you openly, Dan and Jen. What are your thoughts here of what type of shorts content they are delivering to their audience?
First glance, they are repurposing shorts, probably talking over them, maybe an AI voice over them, to, I don't know, describe what's happening in it or give like an interesting fact. But just, I'm saying that because it's always different people and different types of camera setups in every single one. So it does seem like repurposed content. To what degree is it transformative? I guess we might find out.
Well done. You've made a claim there and a statement. So I think we need to either back that up or debunk it. So can you pick one of these shorts for us to take a look at?
Which one doesn't look super violent? How about the The second row on the left side, the person looks like fighting with a fridge.
When your ice maker loses control, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hopefully you can all hear this. I didn't have a chance to check when the power came back.
This couple had just came back from a long trip when they realized they'd forgotten to turn off their broken ice machine, but nothing could have prepared them for what they found inside.
Okay, so after 4 months, we thought the ice maker would have stopped, but we think it kept going, so let's see what happens.
Did she say 4 months?
Oh, it must be nice to have a house.
I think she did say months, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It must be nice to have a house you don't have to visit every, every 4
Where
months.
did they go for 4 months?
Yeah. Oh, this is our 7th house. We forgot to turn the ice maker off in it. Clips like this are always fun. I don't know about either of you, but it feels like they took the whole thing. Like, so they did an intro, but then they just played the entire short.
Yeah, I think the big question here is how transformative is this? And again, we are not YouTube policy enforcement experts. We don't work at YouTube, but putting on a bit of at the beginning and then just leaving the short to play may not fit a transformational threshold, in my opinion. Jen, Dan, do you agree with that or disagree?
I think I would want to see another clip. I think this was one. If they're doing the same thing for every single one, then my answer would also be no. But I want to give them like the benefit of the doubt.
Go on then, Jen. Pick another one.
Let's do the, what is that, 6 million when dancing goes wrong?
Yeah,
in the second round,
These girls were dancing to the music when one of them did something her friends didn't expect.
Me down, long hair.
I think that would confirm that is the format.
Ouch.
Yeah. Dan's welfare is no longer for the channel, but for the person in that
I
shot.
could tell that people get hurt on this channel just by the thumbnails. That one I wasn't expecting that to happen, but ouch. Okay. I do think you're repurposing other people's content in a way that I don't feel personally like it's transformative enough. And now, does that matter for views? Not necessarily. I think all of three of us tend to come at this from like the what would YouTube say kind of like perspective, because your channel might fall into that reused repetitious content bucket, which means eventually it could be demonetized. Your content could get removed, and so it's distracting. Like that big elephant in the room is hard not to address. I'm sure it's not what the creator wants us to be focused on, but that's where I'm at right now. I feel like you're not doing enough to transform the content.
They do allude to that concern, don't they? Not knowing if a channel's monetizable, and like we can't say for 100% certainty that it won't be monetizable, but it falls into that very gray area, doesn't it? It's brushing up against that reuse or repetitious. I can't remember which policy. It seems it might be brushing up against that in terms of how transformational the content could be for the channel. And then the format is very similar, isn't it? It's always, this is what happened, but you won't believe the reaction. That they try and insert that as the twist, which I think would be effective for the way the content's being delivered. But beyond that, like we're kind of struggling here with uniqueness, transformational. Like you wouldn't be able to necessarily protect this idea because other channels are probably doing very similar things. Those would be my kind of summaries of the channel.
How's it facts too?
Yeah.
It's just maybe
that was also bothering me.
Yeah,
like they started this with a different intention. I bet their older videos that they are repurposed were facts, the same way their long form content was like why bananas curved.
So right now the channel's at almost 10 million views. I don't know over what period of time that is, but they're now getting to a point where they could be meeting the monetization requirements. And then it has in the description things like they kind of know the preempting these things, like if you have any copyright concerns or wish to request removal of content, it's that thing of ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Yeah.
As well, it's just all this kind of gray, murky area where so much of the creativity and the individualism has been taken out of the channel that it's hard for us to really advise as creators who are like putting a lot of work into their 100% unique content.
Let me just say something to creators who use that kind of like line in their descriptions and stuff too. This is just for anyone who does that. How do you feel when a company imposes a new feature on you that you have to opt out of rather than opt into? Like, that's kind of what you're doing with the content when you say, hey, like, if you don't want me to use your stuff, you have to come to me and say, don't do that. And like, to be fair, you don't even have to put that statement there. You could just make sure it's transformative enough and you'd probably fall under fair use and you'd be fine. But if you thought enough to think, oh, I need to put this disclaimer somewhere so I don't get in trouble, then you are thinking about what the other person might think, right? So just going that like extra step to go, oh, but if I asked permission rather than forgiveness, maybe, you know, I'd start to form some relationships with other creators and I could like work with them a little bit more. I know a lot of people get whole video editing careers with streamers by repurposing their clips and going, hey, like I edit clips and stuff and I did some work for you. The channel is doing okay. Whatever. Like I think Josh Strife Hayes mentioned this when we talked to him a couple years ago. Like that was like how he found his editor. They were just doing a clips channel of his clips and it was doing very well. And they came to him and was like, hey, this is like monetized now and I feel weird about it. And he's like, you know what? Let's make a deal. Let's just rename the channel so it's more in line with my channels, like how he names his channels, and I'll let you keep the revenue from it. I don't know if that's still the deal they have today, but my point is you can actually form relationships and like do this the right way. Or I just think you just remove the disclaimer and then you try and do more to transform the content, putting yourself in the content, reacting to it, and maybe pausing it more and breaking things down more. That would be way more transformative than just, you won't believe what happened, and then playing the whole clip.
There you go, Dan. You earned that. Nice work. Let's move on to the next channel. This is the first gaming channel that's submitted on the forums. And they go by the name of, how would you pronounce this? Streamatrix or Streamatrix FC.
Streamatrix, I think.
300 subscribers, 100 videos, and they're wanting to increase their click-through rate and the average view duration above 2 minutes. Very specific things.
Nice.
Yeah. Which part of the channel do they want us to focus on? Storytelling and editing style. And I want to create the perfect mix of football gameplay and live discussions.
Oh, cool.
All right. Let's see the channel then. They are a year into this, but I think they started taking this seriously 3 months ago.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thanks. It's pronounced Streamatrix. Gotcha. Thanks for that. But look at this. Wow. 2 big outliers for the last 2 videos.
Yeah.
And those look to be very much search player content in that they're helping people get the right settings for EAFC, which I think was released pretty much like 3 weeks ago. Like they nailed the timeliness of those 2 videos.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But they are somewhat departures from their more kind of storytelling adventures from the previous videos. Go ahead, Jen.
I think they could have gotten like 100 times more of the views in the 10 settings you must change if they just put like why. Like, why do you need to change those settings?
So would that be, I guess, emphasizing this particular setting and why you might want to turn it off?
I feel like it was like this video did fantastic for them at 4,000 views, but I feel like we could have been talking like 50,000 views.
Yeah, if like the 3 words described some benefit to changing them.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know why you need to change it.
Win more games by turning off these settings or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'll get make more profit from
like
selling or transferring players in the game.
Yeah.
I know they didn't ask for that advice.
Yeah, but that's feedback on their most popular video and how it could have been even better.
I guess I sympathize with like going back and forth to these more tutorial videos that are just about the game's settings, that those apply to anybody playing the game. So I could see why those did really well versus when you're just kind of playing the game and doing, just doing your thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like we should probably look at one of the videos that look more like them playing the game.
Yeah.
Versus, yeah. I don't know which one you want to pick, but
to give a little context there now, I guess what they were trying to do was ramp up their channel just before the release of the new version of the game. This is like Madden, in the US. So there's a new Madden every single year. There's a new FC game every single year at the back end of September. And so they've started playing FC 25 for a couple of months beforehand. But then they must have realized when the game was released, there's probably some updates which are really important. So I'm going to do them and then maybe get back to my storytelling. So what I will do is I will pick relegation versus promotion, road to Premier League.
That's what I wanted to.
17 days to UEFA Champions League. Here we go.
It all comes down to this. 12 days ago, we started in League 2. Broke, battered, and with nothing but a dream. And today, only 4 games stand between us and the Premier League. 4 games to finally sit at the same table as Manchester City, United, and Liverpool. Win them, and the miracle is complete. Lose even once, and the dream slips away. But this is our channel, and nothing is ever that easy. You guys went crazy this week. 11 new subscribers in a week, and that means only one thing: the relegation.
All right, I think the intro out said it's welcome as soon as he started talking about new subscribers.
It was
and stuff.
so good.
They attached it to a challenge, though. Your subscribers have pushed you towards landmines you can't avoid. Arm the trigger. So I guess there's a little bit being assumed there that we are not new viewers, that we've been watching the series thus far. So we would understand why this is there. But as soon as you said subscribers, you see Rob clicking off because he's like, we're doing this whole song and dance. I
think it was more because the intro was already 30 seconds in, and then it went to a call to action. It's like, well, I think all that needed to be trimmed down a little bit.
It felt so complete. When he ended it, it felt like, oh, okay, we're done here. Let's go.
Exactly.
And then it kind of started all over again with something else new, which could be in the video, just not right then, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he's still talking about it a little bit too, kind of what it means.
Is his followers are setting him new challenges?
Challenge to reach the top of the Champions League and the relegation trigger.
I also think the music's probably a bit too aggressive at this point. It still feels as if it's the intro music. Oh, is that the intro splash screen? Right, okay. So that whole section was a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad they want us to look at their retention and stuff because, I think right where Rob paused, even if I kind of forgive you for why the subscriber thing came up, it is a long intro. I completely agree with Jen and Rob. It's long. And then we had more to get through and then a splash screen. And I'm still not seeing gameplay until, about right now. We're into the team management screen.
Yeah.
So it just took a while to get there. A lot of setup. Now, I was going to say, you got to respect that everyone watching your video could be a new viewer. Maybe that's why the intro was so long, because you're trying to be if you don't know, the way I've seen other creators do this is they break it up more. The intro is short, then you get into some gameplay. And then when something a little bit weird happens, you're like, this is because of the relegation trigger. We actually got this many new subscribers. And I set a challenge where if we hit that, this would happen. Anyway, back to the video. You keep it nice and quick so new people aren't dropping off because they feel like this is gated to just returning viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. I think this is when it comes down to the help they were asking for with storytelling. And that's the perfect example of how to expand your storytelling than what you're used to. Because I do think this creator has the skills and they're including a lot of things. And I would say as a series, this was a fantastic intro. Most people struggle greatly to have new viewers be able to come into a video that is an everyday series. So I think they did a fantastic job. It was just a little too much too soon. And I could see why people are clicking off, and they can scatter that stuff. It's fun to scatter that stuff. Ways that they could probably practice this is to have everything they want to include in bullet points, and to make sure as they're playing, they're kind of crossing those off. That could be a really simple way to just mention things here and there. It's almost kind of plan little call to actions. And then as far as editing down the intro, I would say my favorite thing to do for an intro is I edit the intro one day to where I think it is, and I get it to probably a minute and a half. And then the next day, fresh eyes is my favorite thing to do. Go in and cut everything. And when you have fresh eyes and you have not edited your video the same day and you go in to watch it and you're like, what have I included in this? Like, don't need, and literally just cut like a maniac. But I think for me, it has to be second day. Like, I'm not capable of doing that the same day I'm like editing a video. So I would push this creator to try something like that maybe and see how much they actually can cut out when they're in a slightly different mindset.
Yeah. Jen, to help us visualize this, can you just show us what cutting like a maniac looks like right now?
Cut.
Thank you for that. That pushed you over the edge for a knowledge bomb. That's fantastic work. I do just want to watch one of these videos very quickly because I want to know if because it's about settings or something, like the hook of the intro is different. Like if they just get into it, or they still have a labored kind of lean into the content. So I'm going to try the 10 settings one you must change here.
Or like me, then Christmas came early for us in FC26. EA just blew up career mode in FC26. And this isn't the usual tiny slider change here. We are talking life challenges, deeper simulation, and even a minus 20-point deduction setting. So here's the deal. I'm breaking down the 10 settings you must change the moment you start your career mode. And at the end, I'll drop a few bonus pro tips that even the sweatiest managers might just miss. So let's make you the smartest FC26 manager out there, and hopefully not the first one to get sacked by Christmas.
Yeah, it's good. It has energy. It has its personality. I still think there's opportunities there to just trim down a little bit because it felt like he was doing a quick promo for the video game itself right at the beginning. I think that could have maybe been dropped or like maybe just mentioned like one key feature or setting that I'm going to show you
just
along
like
with
that,
this teaser.
I agree.
So, yep. Okay. Good. Good to hear.
I also agree.
I do want to talk about. I want to talk about the title thumbnail opportunity here because I noticed, and you almost miss it. It's the tiny little thing at the bottom of each thumbnail. It's a daily challenge. They're doing a 30-day challenge trying to get promoted. It's on those. Yeah. See that? Like, I feel like your titles could just be a little bit better because it took me forever to see that it was a 30-day challenge, which that's a very popular format for all kinds of games.
Okay.
So I would say it should be as simple as trying to get promoted in FC25 in 30 days. So like day one, trying to get promoted in 30 days. You could almost like, and this is coming from like watching Ryan Trahan do this too. You can literally,
are you Ryan Trahaning this?
Yeah, you just copy paste the same title with the day change. You can't do this for a lot of other formats, by the way. You can't just always copy paste the title, but this is the one opportunity where you let the thumbnail be the star and you let the title just be the title, because the nice thing about that title is it tells new viewers what it is, even 20 days in, and they can decide for themselves if they want to watch day 20, maybe for a little bit, and then I like this, and then go back to day one. Day one will always do the best. And then I always tell people, do the Ryan Trahan thing where you take all 30 days and you put it in one giant video after a few weeks, like once it's all completed. Boom, tons of watch time. But the other thing is that their thumbnails are also just a little too cluttered. So it took way too long for me to see that was a 30-day challenge. And they really need to oversimplify their thumbnails.
This is new. I've not seen the community tab displayed like that before.
Oh, they're making some changes to
and
this.
They've turned on creator posts, but haven't had any just yet. All right, that's to summarize then Stream Matrix's channel. I guess we should also mention here, like the general setup, like the niche, the general look at the thumbnails, the general use of the titles, the general editing. It's all of like already a really passionate quality standard, isn't it? And we're trying to pick out the things that are going to help them move up to the next level. There's nothing inherently red flaggy about this channel, is it? They're looking to build a channel in a really competitive niche, and those are the things that we're talking about. I guess there's also a timeliness issue as well, because FC26 came out about 3 weeks ago, and you've only been able to do 2 videos in that time. And I would have thought maybe batching some ideas and being able to crank them out would have been a good opportunity, but life gets in the way. We're not sure of what your personal circumstances are, but we do wish you the very best of luck throughout the rest of your YouTube journey. And that brings us up to Dan's favorite video.
Button mashing hearts collide.
corner, we take the ride. From 8-bit lands to the galaxy far, Rob's Gaming Corner is the brightest star.
Try and unmute Jen then, but for some reason it wouldn't let me because you were jamming out.
The internet's not ready. That's why.
Jamming out there. All right. So this part of the channel audit, we disconnect from YouTube for just a moment to talk about what we've been doing outside of making videos, because it's always important to recharge. Usually we do this through the medium of video games, but you might do something else: crocheting, hiking, underwater basket weaving, which I discovered was a thing recently. Whatever you do, and whatever you've been doing in the last week, let us know in the comments. Dan, we'll start with you. How have you been unwinding from YouTube?
So I finally have something cool to share that I don't know if you've played this or not. I picked up and also beat, since the last live stream, the game Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Excellent game. Excellent game. Yeah.
So good.
But really fun.
It's really, you can always tell that person jumps into the room and just wants to be a part of the thing, but they're just not. There's like some energy missing. And I just like, Jen's like, yeah, it's so good.
I love it. It's excellent.
What was your favorite part, Jen?
The clank.
that is a knowledgeable answer. Is that?
Yeah, solid answer. It's a little older now, but yeah, I actually got all the collectibles. I never do that, but the game makes it pretty easy. It's definitely not the hardest game to get all the collectibles in.
Did you do all of the stuff in the battle arena as well? That was I guess the hardest part of it, but I was still able to negotiate quite well. Good.
I did that. So there's like a challenge mode, and I probably won't do that because I want to move on to some other games. Pokemon ZA is coming out this week. There's so much going on, but that was how I unwound. It was great. I didn't make a video of it or anything, and that's the important part, is just finding a thing to do that's not work or YouTube related, and that was a lot of fun. Great way to unwind.
Silk Song for me turned out to be a fantastic game. It never beat me to a point of frustration, despite going all the way through it, getting to that final act, which it's not a spoiler, but you got to do a lot of things to get there. And then I got to the final boss, and I think after 47 attempts, I just calmly put my controller down and said, I'm not going to beat you, but I'm not going to let that final boss ruin the experience of the game. And I've just left it. I've moved away. We've walked on. We've departed from each other, and now I'm playing Mario Galaxy. And I think I would need about 13 stars. It's not hard at all. It's enjoyable. It's fun.
I have that game 3 times now, thanks to that release that came out.
I bet you somehow got it on your Steam Deck as well. I mean, it's in your Steam library somehow.
It is, but I wouldn't.
I mean, legitimately. I don't mean like you've pirated. You just somehow found a way to get it on your Steam Deck.
I can now rip games and play them on emulators. So
all right, less of that. Jen, what have you been up to?
Illegal. You could just do that.
Well, I do have quite the brag, and I do want to say I haven't been playing a ton of video games. I've been reading a lot more, but I did play Mario Party, and I did open Bowser's Gate. And that was all I needed to accomplish in that game.
So good when you do that, isn't it? Oh, Bowser's Gate.
It was the first time I ever got it.
When you go in and Bowser goes and then just walks off. Like, I've never played the game, by the way. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was amazing.
Oh, cool.
See, that's how you do it, Jen. Like, Rob had me convinced.
I was convincing also.
Can I just ask for both of you, whatever happened to where are you at with that?
Oh, the same place I was before.
Oh, Jen gave up on it. I finished the credits. I collected a few more. It's hard. Does anyone else feel this way when you get to the credits of a game? It's just hard to continue, even if there's incentive, even if there's more cutscenes to see, collectibles, whatever. It's just, once you see the credits, you're like, I did it. And there's just too many games for that now. When I was a kid, I would have loved to have an excuse to keep playing the game I just love and that I just beat. But now I'm like, I got stuff to do.
Got more games to play.
We need to investigate this. I just saw this. Like, okay, come on, let's find out. What is 14,000 hours? What do you reckon?
What are you talking about?
Well, this person says they've played 14,000 hours of Dota 2.
Oh.
So that is 1 year, 7 months, and 11 days.
Huh. That's a lot.
Well then.
I think Skint, bro, maybe you need a self-indulgent YouTube corner where you disconnect from Dota 2 and do YouTube instead. Maybe that would be my
Wait,
suggestion.
so how long have they actually been playing this game is what I need
I bet
to know.
there are some games where people are just like
their life. They've been playing this game for life.
but
Is
almost like to a standard.
It's surprising they've been playing it since it came out.
To 25. All right, come on now, people. Come on.
Wow.
They just want their message read out now. Who's vidIQ tutorials?
I don't know who's on that account right now.
What?
It's us, but I don't know who.
How? All right, cool, fair enough.
I mean, or it's someone who named their channel vidIQ tutorials and tricked us into modding them, and really it's just a chaos actor. We don't
Wouldn't that
know.
be something?
Yeah.
All right, let's share another screen. This is the Discord server, and I now need to find the right channel because we've got a Battle 6 reward. I don't know how to. Shall I accept this quest? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I need to find. I need to find the right. Because I got my power went out, so I don't know where I am on Discord.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find the one where people can sign up to get their channel audited. There we are. Right. So if you are a Boost member of vidIQ and you're in a Discord group, then head on over to Channels for Rob and we will pick one of these channels to be audited a little later on. Who knows? We may even ask vidIQ tutorials to pick the number. And obviously we get confused by like who is 81, who 31. I don't understand these numbers, but somehow we'll figure it out later on.
Never will.
If you're a Boost member, get in there now, submit your channel. We'll pick it in around about 30 minutes. For now, let's audit another channel. And this channel goes by the name of I Can Do That. They have 130,000 subscribers from just 32 videos. So we're in a different realm of channel auditing here. Let's find out a little bit more about them. Their goal is to spread joy through the power of laughter to as many people as possible. Their biggest YouTube obstacle right now is procrastination and consistency. I also can't stick to a niche.
Feel that.
And how to properly do niche exploration while staying true to my audience.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Jen, it feels like you have some thoughts and insight here. So I'll throw it over to you to maybe try and figure out what the channel is perhaps doing and whether or not they have a niche issue.
Okay. We definitely have I tried content. It feels like they're trying to get the most amount of content out of this little camper. Are they doing shorts?
I think they are doing shorts, but probably sporadically, not
mega viral.
often.
But
they're doing okay. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Content on this channel for 32 videos. I don't know if we've unlisted quite a bunch, if we've switched niches, which is possible. We do.
So the
have
way
a
I look at the
2.8
channel
million
is that they had their breakthrough video and what we can see is their very first video on the channel. Let me just check. So they joined in March 2024. So a year ago. Let's check. That was published September, 6 months ago.
Okay.
And 6 months after the channel went live.
Fantastic for them.
What do you think about the concern about niche? Because it feels to me like they have somewhat of an established niche, which is spending a certain amount of money on trying to build something or turn something into something a little more interesting, or allowing the audience to pick their adventures. It doesn't feel as if they have a big niche issue at the moment.
I agree with that. I don't think they do. I think when you do this high effort of content, consistency is always going to be your problem.
Yeah.
But you're going to be up against that forever. Like, you're doing things that take time, and like that's a process to film and complete the project. You can't, like, this is not something that's going to work with like a series. Like, this has to be a full, complete idea, which this creator is doing successfully, and they're getting good views from it. But realistically, you're not gonna be able to put out a video every week.
I think if I was watching this channel, my instinct would be like, oh, I'm going to subscribe because I want to see all the cool stuff that they build with like everyday items or on a budget or whatever. And I think I was going to say you could almost niche out if you're trying to just stick to campers and like little housing like things like, oh, I'm going to build tree houses and mini like campers and things like that. I feel like I want to see what else you can do. It just seems like you have a lot of talent. And I don't feel like the channel is limited beyond the scope of what you can physically make with your hands.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
This reminds me of the creator like Jake something. Very, very similar, like building things out of trash, like very I tried challenge content. I think he's a really large creator right now, but he was on like the up and coming creators for Vid Summit a couple of years ago, and it reminds me of his channel.
I'm just going to jump into this most recent, well, not most recent, but this most recent outlier. I built a camper out of LA trash, 350,000 views.
For the next 10 days, I'm building a camper on top of this Harbor Freight trailer. The catch, I can only use trash that I find around the streets of LA. Let's hit the road and see what kind of crap we can find. So I
mean, that's pretty perfect hook, right?
Yeah.
Got right in there, told you the stakes, the rules. It was done in a fast, energetic way.
Yeah, we're watching like a 1 million view video before it like hits 1 million views. It's so
I'm
good.
like, I'm trying to find problems, but I don't have any.
I want to go back and just watch this later. It just seems like such a fun idea. This is the kind of channel where you need a few things. You need like talent to actually be skill, like talent/skill. Like you need to be able to build this stuff. The talent comes from just their on-camera personality, which seems really powerful and just kind of sucks you in right away. Yeah. And you need to be willing to like put yourself out there in a way that's probably really uncomfortable for a lot of people. Like riding around with a trailer around the streets of LA and taking people's trash is a lot. Like that's a lot. You could get in trouble for doing stuff like that. So there's so many things that you have and you're willing to do. And yeah, I stand by what I said before. I don't think you're limited at all. It is difficult to think of new ideas, and everything you do is going to be a risk. But when that risk pays off, I think it's going to keep paying off in like big ways. This is the kind of channel that I think in a year or two, they have like multiple people working for them, whether freelancers or employees. And they're, they might even have like a studio location where they're like coming up with new wacky ideas together. And it has that vibe. The branding is on point. I was suspicious, Rob, when this channel was put in the forum, because I'm like, is someone putting this channel in for the creator? Like, but seeing they only have like a handful of videos and they're already asking for some extra like help. I think they're on the right track and they're asking the right questions.
They have the personality. I think this last video was a mistake. I'll say that.
Is this almost like not a cry for help, but hey, what's wrong? Almost like asking the community, like, what's wrong with the channel?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I think like when you have this much success with this few videos in a niche, just like stick to it. Don't confuse the algorithm with like jumping into like YouTube about YouTube.
Let's look at these two things here then: procrastination and consistency. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself, but I think for the type of videos they do, there feels like there's a right amount of cadence and consistency, which is a video roughly every 6 weeks, every 2 months. And I can understand why it would take that long to do. I guess one thing might be, can you take more of these clips and put them into shorts, or are there self-contained pieces of these videos from, say, a 20-minute video, which you can turn into like a 3 or 4 minute clip? Or the other way around is all of these videos seem to include this buggy with sand. I'm not sure what it is, or like a little beach buggy. Like, could you put all of them into a compilation hour-long video? That might be another way to reconnect with the audience. And then in terms of the procrastination, could it be that the first video just set so much expectation, like weight on their shoulders, like, oh, if this is going to get 3 million views and I'm expecting every video after it to get 1 million views. And, sometimes that just doesn't happen yet. The first video went viral. The rest are just consistent momentum builders.
Agreed. It's a high expectation. Like there's always you know, there's always pros and cons. This is like people's dream. Your first video is a viral hit. And now this creator's in the position where they're chasing that success with every single video they make versus working towards that moment that they hope is coming in the future. So it's always something. YouTube is always something. But it launched their channel, and their channel's fantastic, and they have a great personality. I would say there's definitely a correlation to views and the $0 component. Every video that's focusing on I tried blank for $0 is doing better than the others. It's a hard thing to continuously follow up to make something out of nothing, but
yeah, I want to talk about this comment too.
Yeah.
Don't then is my answer to this.
Agreed.
Like, don't like, and I mean this like genuinely. If you're having trouble focusing on the long form content because you're like, well, I'm trying to balance shorts.
Yeah,
just don't worry about shorts. It's just another platform. It's kind of like worrying about TikTok when you focus on your YouTube channel. You can do that if it's becoming an issue. Then don't worry about it. Like, don't.
Well said.
And
support.
Congratulations on the 100,000 subscribers from 30 videos in basically a year. All of those things are incredible achievements, and you know, just think about how far you've already come on this journey. And I don't think any of us are questioning the capability of this creator, are we? It's more like not so much a mindset, but can they break through this malaise that they seem to find themselves in? At the very minimum, with the progress of the channel itself. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Great channel.
You know what, Jen and Dan?
What?
It's been a while since we've done one of my favorite parts of the live stream. And so I thought I'd bring it back this week. And it is something that's this. Let me go back to the beginning.
Oh, I love the compilation. I mean, thank God for the zoom in on Tiny Head Dan.
It is unquestionable. That is by far, I still think, the best meme. I mean, Dan, for some reason, Dan, you are the most memeable. Like that one and those one.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. So yeah, I realize I haven't done memes of a week for quite a few weeks. So I want to do a compilation of the best so far. And we will be bringing it back. But I mean, if you want to put some in the Discord channel, like, is it free? Is it open? I don't know. I don't know if we set one up. But I was going to leave it for this week because I'm not here next week, so I wouldn't be able to do the compilation and stuff. But this was kind of like just a celebration, a thank you. The memes of the week are coming back, and we'll have a memes of the year as well at the beginning of 2026. Lovely stuff. Let's take some questions. There aren't many this week. Super chats, but we do have one here from Adopt Me Zoe TV. My birthday was yesterday, October the 13th.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
My button's still not working in StreamYard. I don't know, Streamlabs. So
Rob,
thanks, Dan. Yeah, we'll do that.
Birthday celebratory one. Don't have to do a fart one. Yeah.
And then
wow.
A thank you here from the channel who we still don't know how to pronounce. Stream Matrix. Stream Atrix.
It's pronounced Stream Matrix.
Thanks, guys. Absolutely going to implement the feedback. Very constructive. Thank you for the feedback. We hope you enjoy the next phase or the next season of your channel. And we've also got a super chat here just coming in quickly from Leo Brennauer. Weekly super chat. Thanks for your stream. All right.
Thank you.
I think with all of those essentials now done. It's time for Dan's least favorite part of the stream. It's been a while. It's been a while, but
thank
it's
goodness.
back. The claw.
I like Dan's little claw hands.
Hang on. This deserves full screen. I think Dan secretly. Yeah.
Dan's like little upside down claw fingers. I love it.
All right. 169 non-gaming channels so far. We put that number in here.
It's kind of rude.
And then we
think it was a compliment.
I don't think it was a compliment.
Number?
I think you're being mean.
Just let Jen and Dan bicker away while I pick a channel. 107. And so these are channels we have not had any prior warning or insight about. We are experiencing them for the first time, just like you here on the stream. So I bring to you King Shadow 87, and already I'm getting red flags because let me check. Are you a gaming channel? Yes. And then you filled out the form anyway.
Okay, but hold on. Not only is that wrong with the form. No, go back to we don't need to audit their channel, of course.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The goal of the channel, hobby. Biggest obstacle, no subs. Part of you wants to focus on everything.
Love it.
Give us some meat on the bone. I mean, there is plenty here we could say if we were auditing the channel, which we're not because you posted on the wrong form. But doing a Lost Ark walkthrough for many videos in a row is probably.
Hang on, these are 3 years ago as well. 3 years ago. What is it? Shorts now.
Okay.
We're getting. I'm getting distracted. No, this is a gaming channel.
Yeah, but we're not auditing it because it was the wrong form.
Yeah. All right. We'll pick another channel. Oops. There we go.
Thank goodness the claw is here to pick another channel so quickly.
35.
It's so fast.
All right. This channel says they are not a gaming channel. Right. Okay. So let's find out.
How's it going, everyone? Oops. So when I started this channel,
Ham Radio HQ.
All right.
I think we may have audited a ham radio channel maybe 5 years ago. It's not a big niche on YouTube, but of course there is a niche for everything.
Your call sign in the banner is cut off.
Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah. With this person.
Mm-hmm.
They tried. That looks like they tried so many times and eventually was just like, nope. It's fine.
I'm done with this channel banner. Which is fair. I mean, it's not the most important thing on the channel. Right. Okay. So obviously we're going to see a lot of technical things and jargon on a channel like this, which is probably for hobby enthusiasts of ham radios.
Yeah. I know someone really into this hobby, or at least they were. And one of the things that they were obsessed with was like getting an antenna that could reach as far as possible. Like, so they could pick up signal all the way from like Italy or whatever from the United States.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is always really, really interesting. Like going over your own setup. This looks like a lot of like tech demos. I don't know if this is at trade shows. It's kind of hard to like. This content feels all over the place.
They have a lot of review.
Say that again, Jem.
I said it looks like a lot of review videos
of different pieces of equipment for ham radios.
Yeah.
There are some green shoots though, like one here, 3,000 views. I don't know if that's just because maybe this is the PlayStation or the Xbox of ham radio, so like everybody's knows about it or is keen about it. But they're also doing updates and covering government shutdown things. Kind of has brought some attention to the conversation. So they are timing certain videos well. And just again, so 3,000 subscribers, and the kind of average is between 200 and 600 views with the occasional outlier. I find this impenetrable, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like maybe it has to be this technical and this specific for it to have an interest for the audience they're targeting.
Okay.
They say trade
reviews, how-to videos. Okay. Well, I think that because it's not even super clear to us, it's probably not as clear to their audience either, exactly what their channel is doing aside from the ham radio component. I think it's just because of their thumbnails. All of them are very, very crowded. They have like this smaller, like heavier on this white text. There's not really a consistency to it. Like when you come to it, it doesn't really look like a, say, more professional channel. Like I would say consistency between the thumbnails would help this creator, and just some new, try out some new formats.
For non-ham radio enthusiasts such as ourselves, if we were to think about what might be the most important things of interest for such a piece of equipment, it might be, as Dan, it might be, you said, range, quality of signal, price, release date,
getting started, why you do this in the first place,
maybe weight, maybe how it's powered. Like if you could emphasize one of those really valuable things in the thumbnail and make it more clear, like instead of this one here, which has performed well, but like just describing the unit and then that it kills a different type of unit, to someone like myself, it means nothing. But if you were to say like this has double the range of any competitor, or it only requires 10 minutes of setup, that might make it just more accessible to a broader audience, if that is your intention.
I would say that's pretty good advice. It's really like simplifying it. Like you can have the details and stuff, but having it in the title, on the thumbnail, it's not going over like the YouTube basics that we talk about all the time. Is like, why is someone watching this?
Well,
it can be specific, but like you still have to have, like, the person still has to be interested. Just because they have their own setup and they're part of your target audience, like you still have to give them a reason to watch the video.
So if we look at this one in terms of the packaging, it's telling us that it's a truly portable HF antenna, and it looks, compared to everything else, like quite a petite size. So if you just focused on the size of it and its portability, rather than the logos and like the specific name, again, I think that would have more immediate accessibility for somebody just browsing through a feed on such content.
It really does. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say, titles like that, it just makes it feel like they focused on search quite heavily, when if you were to put the value first of like what this is and how much it costs and stuff, I think the search can still happen. It would just happen because of the things you say in the video, like the transcript and the description of the video. Those things can like still rank it.
I think it was the thumbnail was difficult too. It was really hard to see what the focus even was. And also if it's portable, like go outside and take the thumbnail. Like go somewhere portable where it's super clear. Like this is like inside, it looks like at maybe one of the shows. And it's just like a lack of effort put into the packaging, and maybe not even, it's the thought also, like you didn't really think about like what is going to make this a good thumbnail. You just used a photo that you had and threw some text on, which is common, but if you're trying to push your channel to the next level, you still have to like play by the YouTube game regardless of, you know, what your niche is.
I'm going to click on it and see what the first 20 seconds are like.
Oh,
very long.
Long fade.
Let's start the video here next time, shall we?
Ashton, NA0MT, and I work with Elecraft, and I'm going to show you the AX3 new antenna system. So in the travel bag that it comes with, you're going to have the antenna.
And then
so my guess would be is they've just pressed record, tell us about your product, and then uploaded it to, added that intro first. The only thing they've done is added something we didn't want.
Okay, but what if this creator went to this show and then they produced a video that was like the 10 things you need to know coming out for, you know, ham radios?
Yeah.
Like that's what we're thinking in terms of like YouTube ideas. Like, how are we making content? Like, this is great because people are going to be interested in this, but think about it as a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And how can you get the audience interested in more?
They're past the high barrier to entry because they've got access to this show and they probably have the knowledge and the connections to speak to these people. But then they need to take all of that and like kind of unlock it for people like us who maybe don't have that knowledge and access, but could be interested in it.
I was expecting that video to start with them at their home studio setup at their desk talking about like how they just went to this trade show and all that. I would recommend that channel watch some videos from other tech channels, like watch stuff outside your niche and look at the way they produce content so you can maybe like apply some of it to your niche.
That's a fantastic idea. I think they'll learn a lot doing that.
I'm going to pick a gaming channel now. That gaming channel is 103. Wouldn't it be ironic if we picked that channel that we refused to audit because they filled out the wrong form? Not yet. Fire Steve. 300 subscribers, 85 videos. And they've got videos. They have some shorts as well. I think we always just default to watching the videos if they do them, but their shorts are doing all right. Thousands of views.
Their videos are doing all right too.
So let's have a look at the videos. They're in hundreds, so I think that's always encouraging to see. Like if a gaming channel, once it breaks beyond like 100 views per video, then they are reaching out to a wider audience. And again, in a competitive space, Minecraft. They do have a bit of a break here though, so they didn't post anything for 4 months, and then the last 2 videos have just got them 100 views.
Okay, they're back.
Anything from you here, Dan? Just looking at these, and then maybe we'll look at the shorts.
What would they say in their form post?
All right, that wasn't the right channel, was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Making people laugh, calling content, finding out which ideas will give me videos. Editing is bad. Focus on thumbnails since I've only just started learning more about them, and pacing hooks.
Okay.
All right. So we'll take these 2 videos here that are going on.
So, okay. I think the couple of thumbnails that are stand out to me happen to be the ones that have like quite a bit of views. So like the day 1, day 100, day 1, day blurred out. Those thumbnails to me always are so easy because they just start to tell a story.
Yeah.
And they're just slam dunks whenever you do like a 100-day challenge or something. And even your 10-day challenge, trying to survive in Minecraft's 10 Deadliest Forest. Like, I know it's like from a year ago, but I feel like those ideas, when I look at the titles, look at the thumbnails, they're very, very approachable versus your latest videos, which I don't really know what's going on. Like how Minecraft's Most Deranged Player destroyed everything. It doesn't look like a Minecraft video.
Yeah,
I
agree.
all.
It doesn't scream Minecraft to me.
And if we're talking about the most dangerous player, I would expect that the community would kind of know something, like they would know who that person is to some degree, and you would be able to use their image or their character's image or their social media like handle as like a clue to like, oh, that person, I remember them. So it feels like you're trying to do a video essay, but I don't know the subject. It doesn't look like Minecraft. In the latest video, I don't know if it's like a movie. I don't know if it's a challenge. I don't know what's going on there. So your older videos to me are more clear than the stuff you've done lately.
Let's try this one. How Minecraft's Most Deranged Player destroyed everything.
Is how my world looks. And this is how it looks after what the most insane player did. And I don't mean he's insanely good at the game. I mean he's insane. But to understand the story, we will have to start from the very beginning. All
right, I just have to ask, what music vibe is everybody getting from that in the comments? Yeah.
What did you say?
Stranger
Things.
Oh.
Sorry, did I mumble it?
No, you're right, Dan. I agree.
No, it's true. It's true.
What do we think there, then, Dan?
I like that there's a storytelling approach to this. I see where they're going now. I still think the thumbnail and title just are not like approachable. It doesn't like it really look. It's titled like a video essay. It's not titled like an actual like Minecraft story. I saw day 1. It's always easy to lean into the amount of time something took in a video. So like 100 days What will my world look like in 100 days with I don't know, you have to like I'm thinking off the cuff here, with something like the most deranged player. My point is saying like, okay, this many days passed and this is like a before and after is like a better way to say, I'm going to tell a story right now. I guess I'm just asking you to do a split screen thumbnail, honestly. You know, this is what my world looked like before. Here's what it looked like after. Because that's what your intro says. Literally, it looked like this before, now it looks like this. I will say also the transformation wasn't too noticeable. Not to be really nitpicky. But we need to commend the creativity. Like it's cool that they said, oh, I'm supposed to do storytelling, and they actually set out to write a story.
Yeah, fair point.
I think it was strong. I was focused on the scripting in the intro, and I felt like it was strong. This is also the creator's first video back after 4 months, and you know, sometimes you have to earn your way back onto YouTube, and I think that video is stronger than the views that it got, but you also took a 4-month break, so it's a step in the right direction. It's a strong video to come back with, and just try, you know, stay consistent for as long as you can, and I think they have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I want to watch one of the shorts. I'm going to do Plot Armor 1.
Oh, you dare challenge me? Yep, then prepare to die. Let's go then. Wait, is that your fist? What, you scared? Bro, this is a gunfight. Do you not have a weapon? I've got something better. Plot armor. Okay. With the power of this wet floor sign, I summon a wet floor. This doesn't even make any sense.
What do we think?
I started to get into it once like the joke kicked in of like plot armor.
Yeah,
it took the delivery took a while to get there.
The pacing didn't fit for a short, did it? It needed to be half as long, if not a third as long.
Fair.
Yeah. But that is again storytelling. I like that.
I also feel like there's just like a world of Minecraft shorts that I just don't understand, and like some of those are like so successful, and like I don't know. I don't get them.
I don't know either. I just refer to Dan. All right, let's pick a non-gaming channel. 182 is the number now, and I think we're going to try and ratchet up the pace a little bit. Try and get through some more channels. We're at 112.
You can try
now. Yeah,
we try so hard every time.
Yeah, let's see if we can go a little faster. Looking at the channel that calls themselves Farzi. Apologies if I pronounced your name wrong.
Wow.
It is food. And those are some, without needing to make custom thumbnails, delicious thumbnails, I'm going to call them, even though you don't actually use thumbnails in shorts most of the time. They look pretty
Who needs
good.
them with this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess what type of food? That's a simple description. I like that. I'm not a chef.
Love it.
I love that.
Let's do smash burgers, shall we?
Yep.
Welcome to Recipes for This Economy. Today we're making a $3 smash burger, perfect for you, my broke friend. We'll start by toasting our buns with some butter, and let's make a simple burger sauce by mixing ketchup, mustard, mayo, relish, onion and garlic powder. We mix it well, and now we can add our tomato slices. Always season your tomatoes. We add a touch of health. For the ground beef, break it into 2 bowls. We place our patties in a hot skillet. Put some parchment paper on top, smash with a spatula. Bonus points if you don't burn your hand. Add some onions on top, then we flip it. Put some cheese on top. We add a splash of water, cover it. Once it's melted, stack your burgers, add jalapenos, more sauce, and congratulations, you're now Gordon Ramsay. Only if Gordon Ramsay had student loans. Welcome to...
Okay. Wow.
I would say flawless, except for using that one cash machine sound effect too many times. That was my only criticism.
The sound design in general. It was at one point when you smash the burger, the sizzle is so loud that I can't hear what you're saying anymore. So I would just do some audio balancing. And yeah, I agree. The cash register was getting a little bit grating. Mouth is literally watering.
Are we kind of speechless there? It's like that.
It's
that
great. I mean, it really is
cool.
great. They don't have that much content yet, but they have a lot of good content for what they have so far.
I guess the question here is: should they be targeting a particular type of cuisine? Like, yeah, maybe I want to do a smash burger, but beef stroganoff, that might be a bit beyond my culinary skills. Or do you think at the moment they need to make 50 to 100 shots and decide if they need to niche down any more than they currently are?
It seemed like they had a focus on budget. I wouldn't be surprised if we click into any of these. Like if you went to like the chicken cordon bleu and it was like a budget recipe for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an assumption, but
you bothered to total up the cost while you were editing the video. So just like literally put the total cost as the title, like $10 beef stroganoff. Well, that's a lot. $2.
We're making a chicken cordon bleu for less than $4. The only thing over budget, it's the name. We'll start by butterflying and beating down our chicken. Add your cheapest ham and cheese, roll it up, and pop this bad boy into the fridge.
I can't imagine how long it takes to make these.
Add flour, mix
a lot.
Yeah, like hours of time has gone into these.
Got salt, mustard, black pepper, and that's our
Please stop using that noise, though.
It's really all I can hear now.
That is the one thing, isn't it? I'm curious if like they can tell on their audience view duration, like after the 4th cash register sound effect, does it just plummet?
Yeah, I think people will be sensitive to that, and I would just use it for the first time. Maybe even keep the number on the screen like going up as it's. So one cha-ching, there's the first number, and then as you keep adding ingredients, you just add more cost to it until the very end where it shows the total.
Or we just have no cha-chings.
Or no cha-chings.
Or no cha-chings.
Yeah.
Or a different sound effect or something.
I want this creator to get a different cutting board. That is my one tip of advice from them.
Do you think?
Yes, it's too warm toned when we're dealing with so many beige foods. The food is never going to pop.
See, I disagree. I think this is iconic already on this channel.
If that wasn't yellow, though, we would see the burger so much more. We would see like the grilled cheese the sandwich so much more.
Yeah, a lighter cutting board could also be the next iconic look for the thumbnails.
Jen, you are wrong. Let's fight in the comments. What do you think? Change the cutting board or keep it as is. I just think it adds such a warmth to the aesthetic. Well, that's just me, and what do I know? Let's audit another channel, shall we?
We'll fight. We'll continue the fight.
I can show you a channel that uses a lighter cutting board.
I don't want you to show me another channel, then.
It was honestly the first thing I noticed before we even clicked onto anything, where I was like, "Oh, this is all too warm."
Yeah, one if you want them to keep the cutting board, 2 if you want them to change the cutting board.
Oh, we've got another cooking channel here. Cook with Regina, 100,000 subscribers.
Wow,
1,000 videos. Wow, they've been cranking them out here. Cadence is videos every 2 or 3 a week, it looks to me here, and with a Ghanaian twist. So maybe they have like a bit of a unique opportunity here with their audience to make content.
Village cooking. I'm obsessed with whatever this is already.
So I think the first feedback, or Dan, are you about to go on? I'll let you go first.
We'll probably say the same thing. I'm not a fan of the Brady Bunch thumbnails.
Yeah, these montagey mosaics. Just thinking about the channel we just looked at that couldn't even use thumbnails and how sharper and stronger these are. I think the people just want to see the best food or the most delicious food in the thumbnail.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't think this is about the food. This is about like the cooking style and the community behind this food. I don't think this is like a food channel. I think this is very different.
The thing, Jen, like this one is one of their outliers where they just have like a bunch of.
It's a lot of food. It's like I think it's way more community based. Like this is not a way. Obviously, this is a guess that anybody would cook. Like this is a very different thing.
It looks like they outsourced a single thumbnail as well. It's just completely different to everything else, and it didn't really move the needle there. So I guess the question there, Jan, is: do you think they need to have less food, more people in their thumbnails to try and emphasize the idea of community and family in the content?
Oh, I don't know yet, because I look at this channel and I have an expectation for what this channel is, and that's why I think it's already so different. And the thumbnails are definitely setting that expectation. We'd have to like click into a video to see if that's the case, but like I follow other types of channels like this where it's more about the culture and how you're eating and how you're preparing the food than like, here's a recipe to go try at home.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, do you feel like the one with like 9 thumbnails in one is just a little too much? Like,
I
it's
think
hard
that
to
one's
see
a little.
anything.
There's too. Well, for me, I'm like, there's just too many green foods where we just have like a collage of green foods. But I do think like the collage style is working in the lifestyle favor for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Potentially.
I
It's
can see
just
that.
I think some of them are just a little bit overdone, where we don't have like any kind of focal point. But I do think it's working in their favor, because that's immediately what's setting my expectation.
I'm going to jump into what I would say is an average video for them. So this one over here, I tried tilapia light soup.
Tilapia.
Thank you, Dan.
I think we should watch a village one, because that's their
Oh.
repetitive title. Village cooking.
So which one would that be, Jen?
You could do. Let's go the 1 month ago, the third down on the right.
What's the title?
The 5K one. Go down to the right.
Down, yeah.
That's a
this
pretty,
one.
like,
Right, okay.
Average view.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Cook with Regina. Today we are cooking a delicious jute leaf soup with soft akple. Simple, tasty and full of flavor. Stay with me till the end.
Wow, what a
quality. It's
what
so good.
a festival of an introduction. So many colors and cuts and just people. Cool.
Now the thumbnails make sense because
Matched
it's like
everything I thought it was going to be.
Today's recipe: habanero pepper, salt, onions, natural blend spices, seasoning cube, amani or dried fish, momone, chicken, jute leaves or ademe, maize flour and cassava dough. We begin by lighting up the coal pot and setting our pot on the fire.
Well, there you go, Jen. There's a call to action to subscribe.
Got me.
This
matched every single expectation I had for this channel.
Yeah.
I would play with some thumbnails that are screenshots, because I watched similar content, I knew they were going to be cooking outside.
Yeah.
I would, as someone who maybe doesn't watch similar content, I would maybe experiment with having that outdoorsiness more well known in the thumbnail. Like, I could tell by the big pots they were cooking with that it was outside, but I'm very familiar with it. So I would play maybe with some wider shots also of them sitting outside and have that community aspect.
And let's give credit to whoever or whichever team is editing this, because the output is a video every week, and a lot of care and effort and energy went into that. And that was a 40. What was that? That was a 16-minute video, but there are others which are 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah. So I guess to just leave this channel in terms of what could they do to have more of these outliers, that the tens of thousands of views plus, as opposed to 3,000 to 6,000 views.
Trying to like pick a through line based on the outliers.
Yeah, can we sort by popular again?
Yeah, I'll sort by popular. Right. So just how to make. Do they do that on every title? Oh no, that's the popular ones again.
Yes, there's so many different. Let's see. Are we in popular now?
Yeah.
Okay. is how to make the thing, like the ultimate oilless okra soup.
I think village is important in the title as well. I think how to make blank in their village.
Yeah.
It's setting that expectation really simply if they wanted to just kind of try a repetitive title. I do like this second thumbnail because it's showing like a large quantity of food, and it's also showing that you can kind of tell that it's outside a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still giving that collage effect without having it overly collaged, but I'm still a fan of like what they're doing. And when you do a collage style thumb like this, you have to be very aware of the images that you're choosing, because you do want to have like a mix of colors. Like even in that one that we just saw, like there was a pop of like red tomatoes, even though they were just plain tomatoes, it still adds a contrast between like the amount of green food we're seeing. I think this creator is doing well. I think a repetitive format title would be helpful.
That was Cook with Regina. All right. I've got this in the background so you can't see what I'm doing. I'm scrolling up and down the screen because we're now picking a boost channel. So Jen, just tell me when to stop whenever you want to.
When my gut tells me to.
When your gut tells you, yeah.
Stop.
All right. And would you take the top channel or the bottom channel? You know what I mean when I show
the bottom.
Screen. All right. So Jen picked this one here, which is Advil. That is the boost channel submission this week.
All right.
Let's take a look.
Everyone wants something.
They have approaching 300 subscribers, 30 videos, and just immediately from the thumbnails, this feels like a anime video essay channel, maybe, kind of. But are they all the same anime? I'm not sure. They look as if they're all from different animes. And that's the extent of my knowledge of this content. But the last 3 videos have done really well, but they haven't posted that frequently.
Are they doing shorts a bunch?
Have a look. They haven't done that many shorts.
Okay, shorts aren't really hitting that hard.
Did someone say this user's in one-on-one coaching?
I saw that pop up, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So is cadence the first question that we need to address? Let's just click on one because I want to know like how much, and I don't mean this in a critical way. I just want to know how much effort is going into the editing and perhaps the scripting of them. So when anime doesn't care if you get it, I think that's an accessible title for me at least.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like life is just happening? Like you're floating in space, waiting for something, anything to push you. You're born, you learn, you work, you drift. And the whole time there's this grip. You try to move, but it keeps you in place. You try to scream, but it takes your breath. Wake up. You'll be okay.
That was cool. It kind of led me down a certain vibe and ambience, and it's like it slapped you in the face.
He was really into that.
I like that. That was cool.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, it's interesting intro. I'm kind of wondering when it like now comes back to creator talking about like how long can an intro like that be before people kind of like lose interest?
I felt it was clear in its intent of the pace of and the direction of it. So I kind of adjusted to it quickly. So I'm not going to criticize it for being kind of more of a measured style.
Yeah.
That's the type of audience I want to talk to, which is fine with me.
Yeah. I want to see a little more to see like what is like, what's into the video? What does it look like?
Let's do another 30 seconds.
It's a phrase we've all heard thousands of times, but how could they know? How could anyone know? But this time, it wasn't an empty phrase. It was a reminder. Watching Nagata navigate his own mind, I felt this show speak to a part of me I never knew was struggling to stay above water. I realized floating isn't living, and surviving isn't the same as being alive. We often go through life with no real idea of what we're doing, just stumbling from one thing to the next. Maybe someone gives us advice along the way, but most of the time, we're left to figure it out for ourselves.
I'd say they're a master narrator of
Love
voiceover.
this.
Yeah.
I think that they're doing exactly what they said they were trying to do, which is a deeper meaning to anime. They're like deep diving into the shows that they like and like really telling a story or their interpretation. From kind of reading their pinned comment a little bit, it seems like they struggle greatly with perfecting everything. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what they're working with their coach on and it prevents them from getting content out quite regularly.
Yeah, it's like a confidence issue, or as you said, Jen, the idea of this has to be perfect or it's not going out. And that leads to, I guess, videos that are performing well when they're released, but the momentum is going to take so long to build here. Like at this pace, just because of the number of videos you're publishing, you won't reach monetization until maybe the end of next year, unless you have one of these go viral.
There, to me, and I liked everything about it to a point. There was still an accessibility issue for me, and this could be because I'm just a dumb person, but I'm having trouble with like they mentioned the name of somebody, and I couldn't tell if that was the name of the show or a person in a show I'm supposed to already know about. And I get hung up on stuff like that. I don't know if everybody does, especially if you're a fan of anime. If you already have, if you are an anime fan, you may not need to do the thing I'm kind of asking you to do here. So keep that in mind. But I feel like if there was just a tiny bit more of an opening for me, even as someone who doesn't watch anime, I could have enjoyed the video more. I enjoy their pacing, the way they speak and everything. I'm intrigued for sure, and I can tell they have something to say. But I'm just, there's like this tiny little barrier. I'm still waiting for them to like open up for me. It's like, what show are we talking about? Like, it's just missing that one piece, and it was so distracting that it made me not fully invest in what was happening on screen.
I get what you're saying, because I think about it like in terms of their titles and thumbnails. I like the simple thumbnails, and I think the titles are impactful, but I almost feel like they're not as specific enough, kind of like you're saying. And I almost wonder if a title like the deeper meaning behind blank would be more beneficial for them, because I do think they've put a lot of thought into these titles, but it might be a little too cryptic. It might just be a little bit too creative, where we just want maybe a little bit more clarity for why someone should click. I just wonder if more people would click if that was a title strategy they went with.
Yeah. Even if, you're right. Even if the name of the show or something was in the title, that probably would have been enough to kick down that last barrier for me.
Look at the comments though. These are the sort of comments you love to see, like this video, thank you, this video helped me so much. Dude, this video should be getting more views.
Agreed.
I'm so happy the algorithm guided me. That is an indication that they understand how to speak to an audience. They have that innate ability.
It's the audience is being found. I just wonder if a little bit more clarity would help more people click in.
Yeah.
Is this being surfaced and people aren't really sure what it is while they're scrolling, so they don't click, almost kind of missing out? So that's kind of where my thought goes for this, because I could see this channel blowing up.
There's so many anime shows out there, and like I think even fans of them could probably benefit. Like there was one video called Why She Something, and it had like someone's face, and it's like, okay, but who is that, from what show? Like, and there are gonna be people who know and people who don't, and I feel like if I'm right, you can get the people who don't know by just adding the tiny bit more clarity, just a little tiny bit. But listen, like I contend, the great storytelling, pacing, like this. I started to understand it more after we initially paused, and I was talking about how are people going to get kind of like confused. It started to make more and more sense, and that was my critique. Just a tiny little bit of like, bring me in, just suck me in a little bit more, please.
Cool stuff. We're going to do something a little different to end this live stream. I think we're going to do a giveaway of audits. So forget the forms now. This is where, because you're in a live stream right now, you have a chance to just get picked, as long as we can find your channel. That's the thing that we often struggle with here.
The mods love this part.
So Jen, give me an appropriate hashtag that people need to type out. Hashtag what?
Hashtag.
That's it. That'll do. Hashtag with 4 M's. So if you only need to type this out once, and you should start to see entries.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It literally won't count you doing it more than once. And
yeah, you
some
only need to
people
do it once.
Mods, I know that we are ruining chat right now. You do not need to start banning people like crazy if they do it twice or something. It's fine. We
It's
know what
all
we're
right,
getting into
yeah.
here. It's okay. I'm just
Especially
giving you permission
something,
to throw your hands.
As nonsense as
Yes, throw your hands in the air and go, you know what? They're giving me a break here.
Yeah.
That's how you can treat this moment.
All right, let's draw one of these. And I always try and time my drum roll, see if I actually pick the channel as we get the symbol, and I always get it wrong as demonstrated there. All right, Silly Soul Tribe. Actually, now because we have ats, were they all ats then? Does that make it really easy to find the channel?
It should be.
Super cool.
Oh, look at that.
Silly Soul Tribe, 1,600 subscribers with a family adventures with a touch of silly. Cool. All right.
Okay.
These are very distinctive thumbnails whereby they've taken shots of the family that maybe they did during a photo shoot, and then they put the scene behind them. And I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if I prefer it as a more of an in-shot thumbnail, because obviously these are kind of like, let's call them treated thumbnails rather than authentic thumbnails. What do we think?
I'm kind of with you. I kind of would love to maybe at least ABC testing it to try one from the video, like just a good still from the video, or you can still manufacture it in the sense that you sit down at the day, or let's say you go to the zoo, you take a deliberate thumbnail photo, but it still looks like all of you at the zoo. All of these clearly look like somebody's been cut out and put on a totally different background. And that was immediately noticeable to me. And I'm kind of wondering, is anything really standing out here in terms of outliers? It looks like I have a couple of ones that went over 1,000 views.
A couple of thousand here and there.
But I agree. Yeah, you brought it up. I was going to say the same thing.
We got a couple other ones that
are
higher performers.
Here we go. So I guess the question is just like, again, asking the entire audience here, do you prefer this style of thumbnail or this style of thumbnail?
4 M's in the by the way.
Super important, 4 M's.
All right, so it looks to be they're mostly doing videos when they're out on adventures, not necessarily at home vlogs. It seems like they're always at a destination. Jen, pick one of these videos for us to check out.
Let's go with the creepy desert creatures on the top right. Let's see.
Why? There's a cute otter in one of them, and you want to do that one?
We've spent years exploring the Arizona Sonoran Desert.
Anxiety. Oh my God. Jesus.
No, Jen, why?
What's wrong, gentlemen?
You do it then.
Why did I pause it there?
While a few can be dangerous, most are completely harmless.
Let's be honest, isn't that Dan's gone?
Most are completely harmless.
Yeah,
wasn't that
harmless.
Wasn't that like a fantastic hook to get us like they've shown showing everything scary right at the beginning? Cool. And it had a voiceover as well to try and set the scene.
It definitely prunes the audience, the people who can stomach it and the people who can't. You're going to have a very, very honed in viewership on a video like this.
Shall we carry it? That was only 10 seconds.
Tell
as well.
if this is like really pushing to be a kids channel or not. I think that's where I'm struggling. Is like,
are they? Sure YouTube has decided.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going there. Let's
often
watch a bit more.
Than you'd expect, if you know how to handle them. Spiders are one of the most common fears, and tarantulas, with their large size, can look intimidating at first, but in reality, they're shy and surprisingly gentle. If they feel threatened, they can flick tiny itchy hairs at predators, and while they can bite, for people, it's usually no worse.
There's another minute of that. I need to go somewhere else.
Populations in check, and as you can see, when handled gently, they're calm and curious, and even friendly. Proof that painful
as it runs for its life. Oh,
they get their name from hunting tarantulas. But despite that fierce reputation, they don't.
I don't know what this channel is doing. I feel very confused at what type of content they're trying to make. Are they all voiceover educational, kind of like that? Are we mixing in like actual family vlogs?
Yeah, let's all right. Let's do another one and just quickly do this one.
Imagine standing in the middle of the ocean. Sharks, rays, and turtles gliding past on every side. That's just one of the experiences waiting inside Sea Life Arizona.
That sounds like an ad.
That did sound like it.
So there's no voiceover now. This is just musical montage.
They're so cute.
So they say it's family adventure content.
Yeah,
I guess I was just expecting more of like learning about the people in the family and things like that. That's what I expect from like family content. Now, I'm not saying this is like bad or anything. It's just I guess it just didn't meet my expectations.
I agree with you, Dan. I thought we were going to get quite an assortment of like characters within the family.
You're not, I guess, learning the personalities of the family and how they interact in kind of. Is it fair to say that these feel, I guess, a bit similar to the thumbnails? They feel a bit too manufactured and staged, where to the point where it kind of it removes the connection, which might be the value proposition. Like, might be, well, what is the value proposition? Family adventures with a touch of silly. We kind of lose that in the way that the video is put together.
There's no silly.
What I appreciate about it, though, is that there's been a lot of people talking about how like doing a family channel, having your kids on camera all the time everything becomes a performance. And the way they're shooting their videos, it makes it feel like they get to enjoy the place they're at without everybody being on camera and on camera talent. I think there's probably room for maybe a balance if you wanted to try it. But yeah, I see, like, when I saw it first, I'm like, okay, this is a family channel. The kids are kind of like the adults, everybody in it is going to be acting like on camera, kind of like personalities, but it wasn't that. It seems like a fun way to kind of like catalog the places you go as you and your family grow and like explore. And everyone probably has a lot of fun and is not feeling that exhaustion from like being like, we do this for an hour and a half every week and it's a toll. Like, it's a lot being on camera that long and doing all that. So imagine doing this for like a whole trip. So I want to appreciate that they found kind of a balance there, and now it's just like, okay, what else can we do to make it more personality driven, but without taxing everybody to that degree?
This one looks like it might be more.
This isn't just any chip; it's the Pocky One Chip Challenge.
Just trying to calm your nerves. Breathing into your mouth can make it hotter. You breathe into your nose.
It's the heat is all in your head.
And out through your mouth.
Minutes in, the heat was unbearable, and we have a tap out.
You know what I think it is for me?
Go on, Jen.
I say this lovingly. I really don't like their voiceover. It's very voiceover sounding. Like, it's not family. It's not silly. There's no personality. It's like you turned on your YouTube voice and read the script.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's off-putting for a family channel, especially when you're coming at it from that perspective and you're trying to connect and have that type of relationship and you're relying on voiceover content. I think this is something that they need to practice a lot if they want to stick with this style. Because I'm also agreeing with Dan, like, if this is the balance you need to not have your family on camera and to not put the strain on that, like, you have to be good at that then.
So the sentiment might be that certain areas of the content, the thumbnails, that voiceover, it's all almost like just overproduced. Like we're trying to polish the content too much, whereas it needs that kind of rough and ready spontaneity to it, and we're perhaps not getting that from the videos.
Yeah,
that is silly Soul Tribe then, and that brings to a conclusion another live stream with all of you. Thank you for joining us. We've gone through lots of different types of channels today, from ham radio to tarantulas to
well, we know Dan loves snakes and spiders now.
Amazing cooking shorts. Yeah, we've done it all. And this week, I want to hand over to the reins here for the final thing that we need to do to Jen. So, Jen, could you
Lord.
click end stream and then actually end the stream, and we'll see what happens. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you soon. I don't know when the stream's going to end now.
Bye,
So
everybody.
Just going to try to fill time here until somebody does end the stream.